hello once again. We have a couple of questions coming from our audience, so I see that the topic is still really hot, I would say. So first question is, what challenges do men face in embracing gender balance initiatives and how can they be addressed? How does redefining masculinity contribute to achieving gender balance in the workplace? Wow. That's a strong question. So anyone, I think that it would be the best answer if you take it.
I was afraid of it.
On your personal experience.
As you may see, maybe in those the little picture which we have, and we are looking on it. I'm the only man, so when we are talking about diversity and inclusion, also, there is lack of men, and when we are thinking about how to do it, we should do it together. And from my perspective, it's very important to involve men into those projects and to talk to them also from the different perspective, because during one of the conversation was story about what we can learn one to each other. And I believe that we are talking sometimes in the different languages, and sometimes we are looking for the different benefits or obstacles and also some consequences, what is happening after some our activities. And I don't want to stereotypize men and women, because there are different men and different women, and we cannot say that typical men is look like that or typical women are like that. But when we want to fight with those inequalities, we need to make it together and to show the impact and what is the impact for the future for both of the gender. And we need to understand that this is the win-win situation for each of us, and it's not because of that we want to promote one group and the second one would be heated or downsized. We can win both of us, but to say it correctly to all of those groups, we shouldn't just thinking only about one side of our society, because we are different, because we have different that model from the very beginning. Because from the man perspective, when we were very young, my generation also, we've get such a messages that we need to be responsible for our next family. We need to take care about them. We need to earn a lot of money. This is our role model, and we are responsible for that. And we are becoming the losers when we do not do it. And sometimes in such a way of thinking, which is a little bit narrow, there are no space for just thinking about what is happening as the consequences of the maternity leave, for example. Yeah? And this is it's such a different story that we need to find some way to match those two realities and shows the benefits, for example, for the sharing the parental leaves and showing the consequences for each of those parents and for the society, for the future, and so on.
Yeah, sometimes I share my personal story with my life partner, because I'm a divorced woman, so we are living in a patchwork family. He has 2 children, I have 2 children, but still he wants to have children with me. And basing on my experience, it's really tough for me to make a decision, another one. And he tells me, well, Kasia, I will help you. You know me, yeah? I'm a feminist. Great. How? I will take paternity leave. Great. How long? 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Maybe 1 year. And he says, but after 1 year, it may happen that I won't be needed at my work. Exactly.
Yeah.
When he said it out loud, he really understood our position. So my advice, if I can share my advice, is to talk about gender equality, because sometimes it's not about that someone doesn't want do something. Sometimes it's about, as you said, Anna, yeah, the schemes, the patterns, the norms that we have in our heads. Sometimes we need to hear ourselves out loud to understand different perspective.
And also, if I may add something, that we as women used to fix those schemes,
Yeah.
because we don't let our men, our partners, to be real partners in our families in raising children, because we treat them as they cannot do it. So we are, the only ones who can do it in the best way, who can be, the best parent, of course, mother. So in this way, we also make it difficult for men to be a real equal partners for us, even if they want. So this is maybe the thing we can blame ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Finally, you shared the thing that we can do with ourselves. We saying
Yeah, but I would also add to Andrzej and share the story from our client. Not quite a recent thing, but 2 or 3 years ago. We worked with one company, and they were implementing a fatherhood program, which was to promote fatherhood leaves and so on, and support that kind of attitude. And men coming back from that breaks that were supported financially. Well, it was additional break for men when they had a little baby. When they came back, they were called pussies. Sorry for the word, is a citation, right?
That's the fact.
Yeah, so that's also the element of those schemes I'm talking about, because according to that, following those schemes, we also judge people on that basis and judge their abilities, their qualities concerning their, I would say, legitimate role they should play in the society.
Which is very unfair. I have one more question, because here I don't see more questions, rather statements. And I have a question coming from my post on LinkedIn when I announced that I will be the host of this session. And it's very interesting because it's connected with salaries. How and where companies should publish salary levels? Should they be given in pay brackets or specific amounts on the specific positions? Because now when some companies do have transparent salaries, yeah, but usually they put it in the brackets. So on my position, for instance, I know that I can earn from, 10 to 20,000 zlotys, yeah, so huge range, So I'm still not aware if I'm fairly paid, yes? So what about these salaries? Should we pay it? Should we present it in the pay brackets, or rather specific amount on the specific position? Like I know it's in Lidl, I think, company. What do you think, Elżbieta and Agnieszka?
I can take it, of course.
Okay.
Agnieszka, maybe you will be supportive with this. I think that first of all, we should speak about about salaries. After, when company decides to, okay, we are ready to publish our salaries. First, I think that maybe we should publish in our internal pages. Maybe this is the first road to do this. And secondly, publish for everyone. And your second question, it should be exact your salary, or it should be not as specific as for one person. Of course, in my side, when I represent employees, women, of course. I should say that the exact salary will be perfect, but we should start for something. So maybe general salary in this position. So okay, so maybe not a 10 to 25, but maybe more specific. 10 to 15 will be more precisely. We should start with it. And still, we have transparency directive, and I can see on websites and companies a lot of salaries. They are not still published. So maybe we are just preparing it, but I still believe that salaries will be published and will be known for everyone. Because I heard a lot of voices that companies is trying to hide still salaries exactly with way, like you said, that we will show you your salary 10 to 25.
Agnieszka, why 33% quota, not 50, for instance, in terms of women on the boards and supervisory boards? Why is it important to have it 33, not 50?
This is the legislation that is being in place at the moment, Women on Boards Directive. We have to start somewhere, so that we have to take care that underrepresented gender, whether these are men or women, have the 33%. And of course, the countries, particular countries, can implement the directive differently. And in Poland, actually, it is the discussion how we are going to implement the directive, that maybe we can have actually higher percentages, more requirement. The present draft assumes that this should be calculated separately for management board, separately for supervisory board. So yes, this is actually the discussion at the moment. It's very interesting also with respect to sanctions. So some people say that the sanctions for not meeting the criteria are too high. It's 10% of the income in the proposed draft. However, the Norway example showed that without sanction, nothing happens. They had quotas in their legislation, but until they introduced financial penalties, the number of women on boards did not increase, only after the sanctions. Yeah. So we are starting there.
Yeah, I've heard also that the 30%, it's a critical point, starting from we hear the voice of the minority. So when we have 25, like one woman out of four men in the board, that the voice of this one woman is not heard enough. We need at least two women there.
Usually she is there because she is director of human resources.
But still, she is not heard enough.
Yeah, I know. But we need to remember that talking about women in boards, is sometimes all about, okay, so where are they? And usually they are represent human resources, so it's not enough.
Communication.
Right? Yeah, communication.
Stereotypically female.
But may I ask a question that may be kind of difficult?
May you ask me?
Yeah. No. It's a questionish comment.
Okay.
To what Agnieszka said, and not to her part, but to the legal, to the act itself. Okay, so how we can resolve it? How we can address that? Speaking, for example, about education, the men are in majority and they are not there. So how we can reach 30, 35, 50 is easy to say for me, but let's look at the problem from different angles. Mm-hmm. We also have some industries, some sectors when we as women are in favor.
Yeah, or even 100%.
Yeah, and men are in a minority, very small minority, and almost not visible.
Yeah. We still have 2 years, to meet the quota, so we still have time. Let's be prepared. Andrzej, Agnieszka, Elżbieta, and Anna, one more question, very short one. As you heard at the beginning, we need 134 years worldwide to reach full gender equality. For Poland, it's 60 years, so let's focus on Poland. How much can we speed up? So how many years do you think it will take from your perspective to reach full gender equality? Because from my perspective, I hope that it won't be 60 years, because then I won't live up to it, and I would like to see it.
Okay, I can. Okay, can I? Yes, that I think that it will happen faster, because what I see with my clients, and I'm sorry, but I think that we fall into like that for me it's very sad to that we say that it's our fault, because I see really women who are really brave and who wants to fight against discrimination, who face with discrimination, and who are like you, Kasia, said that this is not okay for me, for my husband too. And maybe it's only because I am, of course, feminist lawyer. I am from Warsaw, not from a small town, and I can see another perspective. But still, if we're talking about changes, I see this change. And especially when I talk with my mom, and she's, of course, with this silvers, and she said to me, Ella, you are right. You do great job. I couldn't do something like you because there was traditional family and so on, but she's really supportive. What's more, her friends in the same age said the same. Maybe they say something like, "Oh, Ella is faced with sexual harassment." They exactly don't know what exactly I do, but still, they are very supportive, and they said, "This is really what happened in our mind. That for me, it's not attractive to have a man who is so strong that he only earn money." And I think that that something changed in our minds, and I really believe that women is not only person who are shamed, who are blame on herself that everything is her fault. I think something opposite, that we change our minds, maybe in majority, of course, but still we are not the same women as we were 20 years ago.
So faster than 60 years. Thank you, Elżbieta. Andrzej?
Yes.
Andrzej, how many years? In how many
I would
years?
say
Oh, how many years, Anna?
I don't know, but
now we have
for sure faster than 60, and I'm following Elżbieta with what she said. But I want to say something controversial again, that it will last the same period, I would say. So we need to wait for the exchange of at least one generation.
Or even two.
Yeah,
or
even two, but maybe one is enough. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Andrzej?
it's a very hard question, and to be honest, I have to say I don't know, because there are plenty of trends, because when we are thinking about the automatization processes, AI is more exposed on the women and the women sectors. I will say it like that. When we are thinking about the demographic trends, we knew that there will be only less person in the working age, and we have much better educated women than men. So it should be, that gap should be closer. All of those regulations shows us that we have more light on those wages and those differences between the men and women. But at the same time, we are quite conservative nation. And I remember such a discussion in a Polish radio, which was several months ago, and it was an audition with listeners, and they phoned to the radio, and lots of those comments was like that I'm a crazy guy because I try to explain them what is the gender gap, and most of those people try to explain me that something like that is not happened, because lots of women are earning more money than men, and but in the different sectors, yes. And so the perspective of the big cities and from the databases analysis are much different than those feelings which we have around our country. So I'm afraid it's very hard to answer, make the direct answers when it will happen, but I hope it will be sooner than later.
Thank you. And Agnieszka?
I'm optimist because I see how we are developed. For example, in banking industry, we have better products and we are far ahead than other countries. We didn't have really checks or other solutions that were popular and are still popular. So we are doers. We want to do things, especially when we have frameworks, and we will have frameworks because of the legislation. So I do hope that with our energy and passion, we will actually be faster than 60 years. And also I encourage all women to be active. And also we need role models to show our daughters that everything is possible.
Thank you. Yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, it was 107 years. Now it's 60. So let's keep up the pace and let's make gender equality a reality together faster than in 60 years. Thank you very much.